Starting next year, Spain and Luxembourg will join 4 other NATO countries in providing satellite communication services to the North Atlantic Treaty Organization as part of a satellite services project initiated in 2020. Earlier this month, leaders from the oversight agencies of these 6 nations met near Washington, D.C. to review the satellite services provided by the NATO SATCOM Services 6th Generation NSS-6G project. They assessed the current performance and addressed any ongoing challenges. During these sessions, representatives from NATO's Communications and Information Agency and the 6 countries agreed on the final text of an amendment to the Memorandum of Understanding, which outlines how satellite communication services are provided to NATO. This amendment will allow Luxembourg and Spain to join the US, France, Italy, and the UK as providers of military satellite communications to NATO. Since 2005, NATO has relied on member states instead of acquiring and operating its own satellites. Initially, France, Italy, and the UK provided satellite communications, with the US joining in 2020. The US contributes with its extremely high frequency EHF transport service for NATO nuclear command and control and super high frequency SHF capacity from its national wideband global satellite communication system. France, the UK, and Italy offer SHF and UHF capacity through their Syracuse, Skynet, and Cycrel constellations. Spain and Luxembourg will add SHF and UHF capacity through their SpainSat Next Generation and GovSat satellite constellations, respectively, resulting in about a dozen military satellites supporting NATO. These satellites have varying levels of protection, said Brian Hughes, leader of the NSS-6G Joint Services Management Office at the U.S. Space Systems Command. They offer military-grade communications, resistant to nuclear effects, and jamming capabilities that commercial services lack. Hughes explained that NATO receives satellite communications through a mix of allocate and commit and managed services. Allocate and commit means this capacity is given to NATO, which can use it as needed, Hughes said. We also provide managed access services where NATO requests capacity at specific times and we manage the service provided. NATO headquarters uses the NSS-6G capability for NATO-sanctioned operations. NATO SATCOM is essential for command and control functions, Hughes said. While the NSS-6G consortium provides space-based capabilities, NATO supplies the necessary ground equipment. NATO owns and maintains all end-user equipment, including tactical radios and terminals for deployed communications, said Nusret Yilmaz, the SATCOM business unit owner at NATO Communications and Information Agency. NATO's shift from owning space assets was a cost-saving measure, allowing it to leverage modern space-based systems fielded by NATO allies. The inclusion of Spain and Luxembourg in NSS-6G enhances the resilience of NATO's satellite communications. The involvement of multiple nations adds resilience to the space segment, Yilmaz said. There is a high demand for satellite communications, and this MOU ensures additional capacity is secured. Mike Dean, the Defense Department's SATCOM chief, hosted this month's conference and highlighted the benefits of collaboration. The addition of Luxembourg and Spain will strengthen our partnerships and enhance cooperation, he said. Dean also noted the benefits of U.S. participation for the Department of Defense. We are reimbursed for the services we provide to NATO, which helps fund projects that enhance satellite communications for our warfighters, he explained. NSS-6G is beginning a 10-year operational period, continuing through the end of 2034.